Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my World of Outlaws 23 career mode, where today we're headed up for a quadruple header at Eldora, and then we're going to be headed to, I forget what track it was, for the Street Stock Regionals. But first, let's go ahead here for the season finale in the local midgets. I believe this will be our final local midget finale, as we're going to take a hiatus until we pick up for our second regional season when we move to nationals. Okay, let's go here and edit the race distance. This first midget and street stock race, we're going down to 30%. The reason for this being, we run another race in this episode. So after that, we'll get loaded in here for this half-mile track. Let's get into it. Okay, loaded now at Eldora. Let's go ahead and hop into practice. Goal time of a 15.778. Then we're headed back here for the regional race for the midgets. So gonna be able here to maybe get a feel for it, and we're gonna have, two shots at it. Luckily for regionals, it is not it's not a showcase. Showcases, especially at this track, have been a lot harder on us. $15.798 there. Not quite our fast lap. Fast lap is a 15.584. There we slowed down on our lap time. I know I should probably be entering the corner later. There we go and beat our goal time though, sitting at 15.593. And then I try my best to enter the corner later. We slide down really close to the inside wall. We're gonna have a great exit and come through here and set a new fastest lap around this circuit for us, 15.454. We're going to run one more lap after the conclusion of this one. Unless we set a track record-breaking lap, we're not going to be able to make it back before it hits 58 minutes on the clock, and that's when we're ending practice. So I tagged the inside wall that time around, and that was our final lap around the circuit. Beat the goal time 3 out of 6 laps. The fastest lap of a 15.454. We followed that up with a really poor lap. Now we'll head into qualifying. I'm allergic to qualifying here. Goal time of 15.420. That is over 2/10 of a second faster than our fastest lap around this circuit. Qualify, I believe, P25. And now we're doing the first one. We were slow there, and we're going to be slow this time around as well as we go and smack the inside wall. Entering turn 1. Qualify 23rd. So I guess we were qualifying for P15 on the grid. Yeah, we were shooting for P15 and we were just unable to get up there. Now in Heat 5, starting in P4. We'll cut down to the bottom here. With just a 3-lap race around here in the showcase, it's going to be difficult for me to catch up to Robbins or to Tim's. We're going to try our best. Oh, as they gain some time there in the corner. We'll have him move down the inside of Tim's. We'll wash up track. We're going to turn him. We're going to take P3. He's going to bring out a caution. Or we're going to have a green-white checkered overtime finish. As I believe it is 12 circuits around here today in the A main. I may be wrong on that. We lose third to Thompson. We get a good exit and we'll move up and take second. We're going to come through. We're going to hold off for P2. We're going to be going to the qualifying dash here at Eldora for the midgets. Historically, I want to say this is our worst track for the midgets, at least in the local series, and we're going and performing in our final local midget race, as of now at least. We'll see. Maybe I'll come back every once in a while, but I think I'm just going to keep simming this series. I mean, just a really quick race here, but we've caught up and we may be able to make up a position from where we started. And as we've started the final lap here, we'll get Meserol will cut down into us as we'll lose P10. We're going to have one more opportunity at it. We're going to go as slow as possible. He's going to take the line away from us. And he's going to come through and finish in P10. And we're going to be starting from P11 on the grid for the A main. For the season finale at Eldora for the midget locals. Let's get into it. Now loaded in here for the A main. Let's get it off. Starting from P11 on the grid, which is honestly a pretty good spot because we get the inside lane. Basically guaranteed to us in this first corner. And we're going to go airborne flipping on the first lap. And we drop down to P16 on the outside. After all that damage, starting on the outside is not a bad call. I don't believe we had damning aero damage, but there you see the front and the rear where they've dug into the track, and that is just something that happens a lot here at Eldora, and we'll do it again. We'll drop down to last. We want to finish inside the top 10 here, but it's going to be a challenge carving our way through the field. But as we have a clean path behind us, we can take it a bit calmer into this first turn, or we can force the issue a little bit easier. If this was a higher banked track, I was going to try taking the top lane all the way around. We do have some handling issues here. And we send a car around, and the caution will fly as we're back up into P20. The leaders just ran their first clean lap of the race, but it wasn't under complete speed. Restarting from P20. We know we still have speed in here. Restarts are a bit rough though. If we get up front to where the pack isn't going to back up all these guys, we might be in for a rough one. And we made a great move coming across the line. Oh. We're up to moles. Running in P14 when the next yellow flag waves. And this being just a local race, nothing here really matters. We are purely racing to get the best result possible. With 10 laps remaining here, my bad, what is an 18-lap race? We'll dump him out now. Another caution will come out. We're going to be in P14 on the restart. Curves to the outside lane. End of restarts here. We're halfway through this event. Over halfway. 8 laps. Trying our best here. We're having to run the high lane, which I'm not the most comfortable with. Because we're back to where we started in P10. And try and make the move down to the bottom on Ruschenberg. He's going to be able to cover me off. These are some fast midgets up here. Oh, and we'll walk out into the wall. Try and do it again here on Barnhill. I mean, just unable to get it done. Wash back out into Barnhill. We're going to slide up to P11 as we'll lose a spot when the caution flies. I want to say I have a long run car here. The more green flag laps we run, I think the better chance I'll have of catching a guy. But I just need to get up to Felker as Moles takes 11th from us. Three laps remain around Eldora Speedway. We're going to get squeezed to the bottom, make some contact with the wheels. Those two are going to wreck behind us. We're going to be up to P9 when the caution flies. I was just not paying attention where I was going. And there I think we finally took our first left side damage of the race. Luckily we didn't have a worse heavier impact. As we have raced here really rough. And we'll get lifted up here with 2 laps remaining. We will not get a caution. We'll be shuffled back to P17. They'll take the white flag. It's going to be one more time around here. The leader's already in the final corner. He's come through. He'll take the checkered flag. We'll come through and finish P15 at Eldora in the midget finale. Not great. Not great at all. And now we'll cut back to the main menu. Okay, loaded in here on the main menu. We had some rough driving, but we finished top 15.
And you race the right way. Super clean and with a lot of respect. Keep it up.
Okay. 13th in the season standings after that one. Top finish just inside the top 10. Now, let's head into the Street Stock Series finale. For the local series finale, as we're headed to the Eldora Showcase with the goal of a top 10, the half-mile track for a 12-lap race here. Let's go ahead and get loaded in for the showcase. Okay, loaded in here now for practice for the Street Stocks. Goal time of an 18.324 for practice. We have a fast lap here of a 17.719. Our goal being a top 10, that's going to set us up pretty well, I think. But I think what's most important is just having a clean race here. And the good thing about the street stocks is the restarts are not near as bad as in the midgets. You can see this car in front of us, we are already gaining time on. If we hit our marks on the front stretch and back stretch, getting up to that wall, it shouldn't be an issue. We go there and set a pretty good lap of a 17.725. That is 0.06 of a second off of our record time around here. The second lap does not feel as fast though, so I was looking more at the times. It will not be a lot slower, barely a tenth faster than our goal. Man, I really do feel like there's some secret toe that this game has with drafting. In some of these cars, specifically these street stocks. Because when I have a lap being impeded, that's my fastest lap of the day. And then until nightfall, really, I'm unable to get back up to those levels. We're gaining time on the car in front of us. Okay. Actually going to slide high there on the exit, leaving the bottom open. Okay. We're going to catch up to this car and then run one final lap. So this next lap may be our final. Okay, yeah. Just wanted to make contact with the car. But it's so hard to do here in practice.
Let's take a quick look at those.
We'll hop into qualifying with a pretty good speed below us.
Qualifying time. Do the best you can.
Washing out there into the wall, we hit it really nice and easy and straight, but then we hit the inside wall, then the outside wall, we have yellow damage all around the car. 86% error here on the qualifying lap. We hit the inside wall again, going down to 84%. Now 83 as we rub the outside wall. Let's increase our time for almost a full second to qualify in our goal position. And we'll improve and qualify P15. It's going to be third in Heat 3. That's in the transfer position, and we'll have a shot at moving up a row. We know we have a lot more speed in the car. We're much faster like this. some contact with Jurgens there through the first corner. Brewster's able to go out there and take a pretty hefty lead here. We'll actually be able to get a decent run on him, but Jurgens now taking it 3 wide. And we'll wash high, losing the position. We'll shut up now on Jurgens on the inside lane. We need to not make contact with him to have an opportunity to catch up to Brewster, who's going to get a great exit here. He might be on the path to running away with it, but we'll take the turn high. It's going to set us up for a move on the bottom from Jurgens. As he leads, he leads myself when we take 1 to go. He's in that transfer position to the qualifying dash. And now we're looking like we're going to start P15. As this was our last opportunity to do it, we're not going to be able to catch up to him. He's going to come through and finish second. We're going to finish third. Headed to the A main. Oh. Now here for the A main. Time for the A main here. So we're back green and underway. Take the dive in on Cox. Basically shove him out of our way. As we'll have a run inside here on Bell and Jones and Schneekloth. And after the first lap, we were up into P10. Now we'll get past Jurgens. The setting of this sun has brought our car to life. We'll get into the back of Hill there. And move up to P8. Thompson now, causing us to slow. So we'll tuck in behind him. We're in P8 here, behind Thompson. We'll actually make the move there on him, and we'll get up to P6. Now making a move on Tanner Vaden Top. We're going to wall him. And wall ourselves, as that was a blistering fast lap. That was our fastest lap around the track. Brewster now, we're catching up to the rear of him. He is who won Heat 3. And we're looking to take the fight to him. Leader is a 3-second gap over us. Brewster there with a great corner as our rear tire started to spin. But Rollins and Brewster will make contact, which will leave Rollins exposed up on the high lane. We're going to file in right behind him. Starting 5 to go. Still behind Rollins with 4 to go. 3-way battle here for third, but Brewster takes off. Rollins is being great at holding us up. We're going to take the bottom lane here. Rollins will keep it on our outside. We cross the line side by side with 3 to go. Now we'll move into 4th. Rollins still bringing us a fight. Two laps to go. We are solidly now in 4th. Oh no, we cut across the track. We hit that inside wall. And we'll lose 5th. We'll lose 6th. We drop down to P8. As the leaders already started the white flag lap. Van Top brothers get together. That's going to give us a move here down the inside of, is that Carson Van Top? It is. We're going to make contact there. Tanner Van Top will cross the line in front of us. We finish P7 in the A main for the Street Stock final race and the local series for us. And we'll finish 7th, and we'll head back to the main menu. Now loaded here back on the main menu, we finished 7th at Eldora. Gonna keep our same sponsor, I guess. Finished 14th in the season standings. Best finished is 2nd in the first showcase. Now we'll head to our season 1 finale at Eldora for the UMP Modified Series. We are currently 1st in the championship standings. Let's take a quick look at that here. So we're heading to a bit of an unknown. We've had 3 polls. And here we'll just go to schedule. There you see the point standings heading into the event. We have the past 6 wins on lock. We'll go from race 1 on the schedule. Will Crump beat us at Lima Land. Then race 2, we finish 4th with Lucas Lee taking the race win. Then Will Crump will back up his race 1 victory in race 3 at Elm Creek. Then race 4 at Kokomo for the showcase, Michael Long will come through and take it. And that was where the switch sort of flipped for us. Conveniently, once the month of May really started, we head to Grant Park and we win. Then we back it up at Sterling County. Then at Fairbury, Kokomo, Lima Land, and Prairie View. And now we head to Eldora with the championship on lockdown, I believe, with a 160-point gap to Alan Weiser in 2nd place without a win on the season, and Krupp is down in 3rd. And Lucas Lee is in 18th with that singular win on the season. So let's hop in here to the showcase, and I'll cut back to you guys once we are there. Okay, now we're loaded in at Eldora. Let's hop in it for practice. Goal time of a 16.191. This is our first time venturing here in the UMP Modified Series. Let's see what we can do here with our rocket ship. We've yet to ever finish outside the top 5 here, specifically in local racing, but at all. And we did have more upgrades we could put on the car, but I just did not do them heading into the video. We have huge contact there. And we will not beat our goal time on our opening lap. First time in a while. So this car does handle a bit differently here than I'm used to. Wash out into the outside wall there, but set at 15.828. Yeah, I definitely should have upgraded the car headed into this one. So I know I have some tire upgrades I could have got. At least I'm pretty sure. And we're only going to do a couple of laps here in practice. But I'd like to be able to go through and set a new fastest lap for myself. Keep it strong on the bottom. We're going to wash up track, having contact there with the outside wall. That'll give us significant aero damage. We're just going to end practice there. We have a really fast hot rod, as Clint Boyer would say. But we were struggling there to keep it inside, or faster than our goal. Here we look. Our goal for today is a P5. Okay. Gonna exit qualifying. I know it's a bit dirty. That is also really dirty, setting us up here at that highest speeds entering the lap. Where we were like full throttle here, unaware of what we were hopping into. And here on our first lap of qualifying, we'll beat our goal time. We're going to be starting inside the top 5. So we'll have a really awful 1 and 2 there. We qualify P5. Advance to Heat 5, starting in first position. Let's get into it now.
They're coming to the line.
Stroutman took P1 from us. We're going to wash high. Now we're going to have an opportunity here, going to the white flag. We'll get side by side. We'll take the lead into turn 1 and 2. And we'll have the better lane on the exit. We'll squeeze him down into the corner. We're going to wash high. He's going to have the better lane. No, we're going to have the better lane. As we're going to come through and win Heat 5. It's an all-out duel there at the end of the race, and that was probably our closest finish by 2/10 of a second. And you look, he had it going back to him on the into the corner. I think he would have had us there. So now let's hop into the qualifying dash, starting from P5.
Just about ready.
We'll have contact there with the inside wall. We'll go around. We'll cause a caution. We're still in P5. Now we have damage. Starting back in traffic on the inside lane is difficult. And this is, I mean, this is going to be 2 to go and we take the flag. Because I forgot to increase the race distance. As we take the white flag here, we'll go down on long. And we're going to be starting on the front row, but P2 in the A main. Now starting from P2 in the A main, let's get into it. Here for the A main. Let's get into it. Starting on the outside lane. We're going to have to take the first corner high. We'll have contact there on the start from long. We'll shuffle back to P3. Long will punt us across line. I believe we led the first lap. But Ledford now takes second. Trying to win here at a historic track for our first time. This would be our first win at Eldora. Nine laps remain here. We're catching up to Long. We'll wash out into the wall again. And we'll ride it down the backstretch, which will bring Weaver back to our rear. And we'll give Long a half-second gap with 8 laps to go. It's a third of the way through this race. And we'll set up on Long through 3 and 4. We're going to clear him and take the lead with a huge run there. And that was our fastest ever lap. But we will not follow it up with as good of a lap. Here, we have now made it a half-second lead over Long. Bit of a dirty race going on early on. We finally, maybe a bit too late into this weekend for what I was hoping to do, but we finally take it. And now, 2/3 of a way through the race, we hold a 1.3 second gap to second place of Michael Long. And I don't think lap traffic will come into play before the end of it, but as we're starting to see them on our screen with 3 laps to go, they just might. Two to go here. As we start the white flag here within range of Cox. And we'll put Cox down a lap. And we will do this. No, we won't do the same to Bailey, but we're going to come through and win the championship finale. Doesn't matter what they could have done. They couldn't do it. As we will win here with a 2.109 second gap over Michael Long. And we'll view the standings. We win by 210 points over Alan Weiser in the championship standings with 7 wins on the season. We'll load back here to the main menu where we will conclude today's race. Okay, as we're loaded in here, there you see it. We finished first in our final full-time, at least, local race for the UMP Modifieds. And what will it say? ChucklesTC Clown, UMP Modified Champion. I bought 10 of everything. These are going to be collectibles. Commented Corlin Guerrera, Clown Fan, when asked about the run on merch. We have a new message from the Outlaws.
I can't believe it. You're the champ. That's awesome. Congratulations. Your first championship. How's it feel? Soak it all in, because this is one of those defining moments. Something you'll always remember for the rest of your life. Keep working hard out there, and you'll be with the Outlaws in no time.
And we are going to go with this JF contract, which we'll be repping next episode, where we kick off our regional career for the Modifieds. But we still have 2 races to go before the end of today, and here's a quick review of this season. We took the points lead after race 3. And there you see our incredible end to the season, and our low point being in race 2, getting a 4th. And we were so close to sweeping the season. Here you see all 61 cars that participated. I just want to check one thing. We have a 64% win rate in the series, 2% in street stock, and 0% in midgets. It's very unlikely, but let's see if we can go and do it here, as we're headed to true tracks we know oh so well, on the track that we just raced at in the midgets, being Eldora. So let's get into it here. Back at Eldora for the final time today. Let's get into it. Hey, loaded in here now, Eldora, for practice once again. 16:39.5. First is our goal, and our record here is a 15.361. We are pretty good here earlier today. We are aware that the regional competition is a lot better. We hope to, we're going to fight, start swinging at their level. We'll come out here and beat our goal time instantly. This is the most confident I've ever been going into an Eldora race. And I don't really know what all we can do. We're going to run for maybe about another half minute here in practice. Fast lap of practice there will get us within a second of our goal. And we'll see what time we cross the line here with. And we'll just call practice there. Oh, we almost got him. Okay, whatever. Now let's hop straight into the race, or into qualifying. Goal time of it 16.361. And we know we have it. Question is, will we be able to deliver it? Goals for P30 on the grid. We'll fly by the timing stand there. (15.703) first lap. Here for the second lap. We'll hug the inside wall a little tighter, and we'll exit here. Qualifying P21 with a 15.688. Advancing Heat 1, starting in 6th position. Let's get into it. Only need to make up one here to make the grid. Trying to catch up to Moles here with this 3-lap race. Keep us out of the B main. We have good exit. We are gaining time on him. 2 laps left here. Jackson was left out to dry by Moles. We'll pass Jackson. Oh, but we won't get clear. We're going to bounce. As we start the final lap, he has a half-second lead through the corner. He's going to get it up to about 7/10, and we're going to be headed to the B main here. But we're going to be starting in first position. So disappointing. So disappointing there for the finish of the race. Here now for the B main. And green, going green, green, green. We are green here. Shoot it down. We have pressure to the outside from Armstrong. Keep down low. We're going to wash up into him. Luckily, we don't bounce. We bounce a little bit. We hit the outside wall. We'll drop down to 4th. We'll get back up in a second. Armstrong will go around. Hold B in 3rd on the restart. Armstrong back in 5th. As you know, if we were in those street stocks, I would go and bounce them, bump them once or twice here on the restart. But we're going to be taking it almost too wide there. Oh, and that wasn't Armstrong on our outside anyway, so it's a good thing we didn't bump him. Cause unnecessary drama. And now we were 3 wide on the front stretch. We'll get up into the lead with 2 laps to go. We're going to have pressure down our inside. He was lifted up on our tire. We'll move down on Carter. And now we are 3 wide, coming across the line with 1 lap to go. Was that Johnson who got up on his side? The caution will fly again. Or it was Armstrong. Armstrong back down in 5th. With a 2-lap shootout here for the win. Carter in 1st, myself in 2nd. Whew, man, these B mains recently have been getting heated in the Regional Midget Series, coming to the end of our first season. We'll drop down to 4th. Trying to catch up. Make him move 2 wide on the front straightaway. Carter still in 1st with a 4/10 of a second lead. We're going to have a run. Coming to the final corner. We'll shoot it as low as we can get it. We're not going to have enough for Carter. We'll try and exit high. Side by side to the line. They give it to Carter. We're going to have to take a look at that replay because that finish was about as close as you could get it. Winning by 6 thousandths of a second in a dirt midget race. And there is where we cross the line. And I understand this is only the B main, but I mean, that is close. Especially here. Once he held it down low, I thought it was all going to be over for us. And if we went down on the low side, we could have had it. So sad there. Now we head to the A main. Oops, accidentally clicked past it there. We're starting here in P22nd next to the car that finished 6 thousandths of a second ahead of us in the B main. And if even the rear of this pack race is anything like that B main did, oh, we send a car around there on the first lap, we'll drop down to P23 because the caution will be out for the first time in the A main. Now getting restacked and reloaded here, as this episode will be over an hour long. From P22 on the grid, where we started today, now we're restarting it back in, what was it, 24th or 23rd? Well, 3 wide there in the corner. We'll make it work. We move up to P20. Now at P19, we'll make a move there on Shaman. And the caution will be out for the second time today. We're up into P18. Wowzers. Coming to green, and here we are. Green. Ruschenberg there in P17. We have a bump there in the corner. Oh, heavy contact there. Will send us out, and that'll likely bring out another caution. As it will, we're up into P16. Rough hit there. I was not expecting him to really have that happen. We are now officially halfway through this event at Eldora. Move down on our inside. We'll keep it high. Tagging behind Ruschenberg. We're going to be riding his rear. We know the risks of that. We've seen it a time or two before. And we'll get loose. We'll get loose again. We'll hit... Oh, never mind. We'll save it from hitting the outside wall. 5 laps remain here. Jackson holding the lead. Another caution will come out. We're dropping back to P16. I say holding the lead in front of me. Moles up in P13. We want to beat Michael Moles. But we're going to have to climb our way back up here with 4 laps remaining. Oh no, we're going to have a bump here. We're going to wheel it. Never mind, we somehow make that work. Taking it 3 wide through the corner, we get P15 out of it all. Looking up track now to Ruschenberg, who slows. Jetson now. And Moles. And side by side with Jetson in front of us. We take P13. Looking ahead of us on track for Moles. As we come through here, through the final corner, we take the white flag and dive down the bottom on Moles. Take P12. He's going to fight back. Come to the line here. We'll send Moles around. Fighting 3 wide. Oh, another photo finish. This time for P12, and we come out on the short end of it. Call me Kyle Busch. Due to that finish, and we'll look from the top side again. This time they beat us by a decent margin more. You see, just 100 feet in front of the line, 200 feet in front of the line, we were in the lead. Come to the line, Moles has the gap below us on the bottom. That Highlander was just able to get it to work, and I think he might have got the position. Coming across the line. It's not quite an Atlanta finish, but it might as well have been, as that was the most entertaining couple of races I think I've seen. We move up 8 positions from the start of the race, and from 12th to 14th, that gap between Jetson and ourselves was less than a tenth of a second. It was 200ths back to Moles, and another 200ths. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me say this correctly. It was .021 from Jetson to Moles, and it was .021 from Moles to myself. That is absurd and unheard of. Separated our 3 cars by .042 seconds. We're in 18th in the season standings here. And I'll load back to you guys on the main menu. Load in now. We take a decent bit of damage. We meet our goal. And leave a new message.
Really noticed your improvement lately, and it's been a pleasure racing with you. You know, I really respect people.
Interesting. My network's out. That sucks. Doesn't it? Yeah. Next time we're headed to I-55 Raceway for race 23. And we have a new sponsor agent, Jeff Sanchez. So let's prepare the car and get loaded up for street stocks. But first, let's take a quick pit stop here. Okay, that's about as good as it could get. Sponsor agent, we know we have a better one. In my opinion, at least. And you have the short end of the stick. Give you her. Okay, now let's head into regionals for the street stocks. Where for race 22 of 29, we're headed to Sterling County. Let's repair the car. We have this all upgraded, yes, yeah. What's the next upgrade cost? $58,000. We won't do that yet. We're going to upgrade the UMP modified first. Let's go ahead and load in here. So this video is an hour long already. Okay, loaded in here for Sterling County. Let's hop straight into practice. This, I believe, was our first track that we ever made it to the qualifying dash in. The Martinsville of dirt racing, as I like to call it. Okay. We are not having a great one here. Okay, this is just not great for practice. This is going to be our final timed lap before we head into qualifying. Okay, and then we're going to wreck out one of these guys. Not great. So we move on to qualifying now. Our goal is P10. Wow. Pretty good lap there. That's our fastest of the day. Our fastest ever around here. We qualify 11th. Which means we're going to be starting Heat 3 back in P3. Two more times around here. Final lap here. Jurens will take a huge lead. Okay, we finished second. And now we head to the qualifying dash starting in P7. Oh, we spin Rollins there. So we're up in P6. Okay. We turned Brewster there. He was in P2 when we made contact, and he'll move down to P7. This was a 3-lap race. We're back here. 2 laps to go. And we're in a P1 as another caution will fly as we get into Tiernan there. He'll drop down to P5. Here now, we're in a vulnerable spot if someone wants to get some revenge. We'll fire off, rubbing on urines on the restart. We'll swing out wide. We'll come through here. Take the white flag. One more set of corners. And coming to the line, we're going to hold off Tiernan for P1. We're going to be starting P1 in Sterling County. Whew. Jeez, oh Pete. I'll cut back, guys, in just a minute. We'll head to the A main. Okay, now we are loaded. Locked, loaded, and ready. And we're ready to get off here on the Martinsville Dirt Racing, Sterling County, starting from pole position in the A main. Something that we have never done before in the regionals. We're going to have a pretty good first corner there. We're having a challenge to the inside though. We get a better exit. No! We have major aero damage. We are still in the lead though when we brought out the caution, but now we're going to be a bunch slower. And we're going to actually lose a position here after the first corner to Brewster. I could feel it happening. That moment in that first corner is a lot harder to cut, and that style I like to do it. But the really short race here, we'll slide back up into first. Why is the field so small for this race? So we are leading. Two laps to go. We are still in the lead of this race, holding off Brewster. We take the white flag from the lead, head of the race. One more corner to go to hold on to it all. Side by side, come to the line. We'll win from Sterling County Speedway. Oh boy. What an event. We win by 0.201 seconds. I know where almost all went wrong right here, headed into the first, or what was it, second lap around. I think it was this contact here with that 05. Who's that? Cox is in the 05, I think. We swiped down a bit on him there, which sent us up loose. We have heavy contact there. But then for the rest of the race, we are able to hold our own. After here, Heath Brewster makes a move down our inside. And we spend the whole rest of the race defending and defending because our life depends on it. And there, who was it? Jurens on this last lap was able to make the move to get up to second. This is the final lap here. Jurens makes the move, getting up to second as we come across the line. What a race. What a finish. From P1 on the grid to P1 in the A main results. And Brewster, after running in second to us most of the day, drops back to 4th place. And that was a perfect day for us. We gained 150 points, moving up to 12th in the season standings, claiming our first regional win. And narrowing that gap to the top 10, where we trail by 76 points to P10, but we trail Ricky Cox in the 105 by 26 points. Now we'll load back to the main menu, and I'll cut back to you guys once we're there. Okay. Whew. I still can't believe my heart is racing. That was one heck of a finish at Sterling County. Boom. We met the top 10. We more than met the top 10. As there you see, we win at Sterling County. I'd like to thank my family, Bricknell Racing Products, and most importantly, those amazing fans here at Sterling County. I said, I do this for you. And next up, we're heading to another county, Kenyon County. And we're going to go with top 10s for all the next races. And with 136,000, you know what we could probably do? Yeah, we can afford that engine upgrade. But we'll hold off. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And come back next episode, where we are going to be starting our regional championship in the UMP Modified Series. Thank you all. I hope you have a good one. And a goodbye.